Hi, it's Drew. I'm here today to share with you a new item in my Etsy shop. I've started to create some digital items. I'm working on an actual digital kit currently, but I wanted to get something in the shop before then. And I went at this with the thought of making something for newer junk journal people. I'm not putting this very well. People that are newer to junk journaling. And sometimes it's hard to find the different elements that you need without going out and purchasing a large kit of this and a large kit of that, and etc. And so what I wanted to do was make a basic kit. And so that's what I've done. And I hope you like it. Before I get started, actually, I'd like to say thank you to anyone watching, and thank you especially to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you. And so let's do this. So it's a 12-page kit, and in that kit I have included 2 pages of quotes and words to use, to embellish your pages or to embellish your other embellishments, however you want to use them. So, yeah, and what I've done is I have printed them onto my own tea-dyed paper, so that rather than having a white background, you've got that nice tea-dyed look. And even if you wanted to, you could even crumple these up and then smooth them out or iron them a little bit and get a more authentic look, like it really was truly tea-dyed paper. But I like the paper that I did, and I like the way they look on these, and I think you will too. Okay, so those are the first 2 pages. And then I did an antique book page. And this is from, trying to think, this is the one that is from around 1914 or so. And I printed it to a page because that's the way I'm planning on using it. You can print one to a page if you like. And then, if you'd also like, you can print another page that I've included in the kit, which is a page of the tea-dyed paper. And I've actually included 2 of those. This is the lighter one, and this is the darker one. So far you have 2 pages of words and quotes, 2 pages of tea-dyed paper, and a page of a book page, an antique book page. And this one is dealing with flowers, bluebells, the 2 bluebells. Everything you'll notice here is kind of on a botanical theme, because that's what I do the most of, and that's what I did. If you have suggestions, maybe I put another kit together and I can do it on a little bit of a different theme. We'll see. Okay, then we have another page that is an antique ledger page from 1844. And on the back of that is where I printed the darker version of the tea-dyed paper. And that was just for me to save paper and get it ready for any kit that I might be using. Okay, then we have, looks like I turned it upside down. Anyway, we have a piece of sheet music, and the sheet music was published before 1897. And it is entitled The Harebell, which is also the bluebell. As you can see how it goes together. Okay, and then we have a dictionary page from 1909. And then we have 2 pages of crocheted trims. And I believe this was probably part of either a placemat or a tablecloth, but it's very, very old. It's definitely vintage, if not antique. I've had these forever, and they were relatives of mine, either my grandparents or, excuse me, my grandmothers or my mother's. And the same with this one. These are two different crocheted trims. They're very old as well, and I scanned these also onto the tea-dyed paper, so that when you look at them and you use them and you cut them out to make your pockets or trim the top of a page or a side of a page, you're not seeing white through. I first did it on white and I didn't like it, so I switched it over to one of my coffee dyed pieces. Okay. Now these, I don't know if you've ever worked with corrugated cardboard. I love corrugated cardboard. And in my Etsy shop for years, I have made greeting cards and tags using corrugated cardboard that I have peeled and then painted and glittered and whatever I wanted to do for that project. And that's great, but for a junk journal, sometimes that cardboard can bulk up your journal too much. Now, I do use it on occasion, but it's rare. It's rare on the inside. I use it quite often on my covers. But I wanted something that I could use inside too that wouldn't bulk my journal up. So I peeled some cardboard and I tore it into pieces, and then I scanned it, and then I took that and I gessoed it and I laid it back down and scanned it. So you have two. You have one that's plain and you have one that's gessoed. And then I'm going to show you an example. Well, I'll just show you this. This gives you an idea of what you can do to it after you have cut it out. You can ink the edges and then do a collage on it. And this one's actually going to go in my next journal. I'm doing a couple of journals on a school theme, and this is going to be part of it. And then I have one of the words that I tore out, and these words that I print that are included in there can either be cut or torn, whatever you'd like. And then I inked it up, and I'm either going to put it here or I might put it down here. I'm not sure. But anyway, this gives you an idea of what you can do with it, make an embellishment for your journals. Okay, that's one. Now, you can actually tear these out, and that's what I did. I cut part of them, and then the other parts I took and I tore them. And you can see here, this is this one. And while I cut it down the side, then I tore it afterwards. I liked that look better than cutting this, because the edge was too smooth and it just didn't look right. Because to me, corrugated cardboard should be torn. So that's what I did. And then I'm going to show you another example. This is my journal that I just finished, and I don't have it filmed yet. And where did it go? There it is. I made an embellishment for this journal. You can see it's very thick already, so I did not need to bulk it up anymore. And so I created this out of one of the pieces. And on this one, I actually did a little spraying on it with some tea that I keep in a spray bottle, and I spray the backs, things, or whatever. And it kind of bled through a little bit, but I love the look it gave. And I used, as on this one, I used stickers. This is a sticker, and then just a little sentiment strip that I tore out. And on this one I used a couple of stickers and a piece of the book page, and then a label that I had, and then I fussy cut a butterfly and just popped it up on some, like a pop dot, not exactly a pop dot, but very similar. It's double-sided adhesive that has a little dimension to it. And so that's it. That's the kit, and it will be in the shop later today, and I will provide a link for you. I would appreciate your feedback if you have any. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's something that you would like to see in a kit. I'm kind of putting several things together, like I said, so that it's you don't have to go so many places to get different things. This is the originals. These are the originals that I printed and then cut out, and you can see how they look. This group is just ink distressed around the edges, and then I did a little ink distressing on the front. And this is the group that was gessoed. And then once I cut and tore them out, I also inked around those edges. And then, just to give you an idea, another idea, this is what I'm also doing with them. This is all digital, and this may be showing up in another kit in a little while. I'm not sure yet exactly what I'm going to do with it. I've done a couple of things. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, and I would love it if you would subscribe, and I'd really like to hear your comments on what you think of the kit and how you think maybe I can make it better or just a little different for the next time. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to my subscribers. Have a great day. Bye.